Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Lorelei Shamayo. This is the MeWe Metaphysics and Wellness Fairs for energizing body, mind, heart, and soul. We have events throughout the Northwest and many online, and we interview our practitioners and vendors so you get a chance to know who we are before you meet us at an event. I'm excited to be here today with Melodee Vaughn and Ash Marshall Odell. Welcome, both of you.
Hello, thank you for having us. Thank you. It's great to be here.
You are so welcome. So tell us, what is it that you do? What do you offer at our events?
Well, it'll be our first time live at one of your events. We've been to several. I am a synergist and I do biosonic frequency for people. I use tuning forks to calibrate and tune up people's bodies and energy fields. And I am also an access bars facilitator.
And I am founder of Pranic Reiki, and I do Reiki teachings as well as a host of readings and different sort of tools and skills, helping people to really tune into themselves for
Wow.
insight, clarity.
Well, I'd love to learn a little bit more about your backgrounds and how you came to do this work and how do you come to do it together? Maybe let's start a little of like, how did you come to do it together? And then we can go back deeper into each of you, your backgrounds.
So I met Ash at a winter solstice celebration I had when I first moved from California to Oregon just under 4 years ago. And her and I kind of clicked. So over the last couple of years, in particular the last 6 months, we chose to come together to combine some things we both know and would like to share. And we offer a flow workshop together. So we've offered these flow workshops, and we're going to be having another one on April 1st. Freedom, love, openness, and wonder. And it combines some of the things that I do and she does so people can go home and apply them to their lives. So that's how we started working together. Would you like to add?
And so it's really, the flow workshop is truly helping people to get in touch with themselves and to learn how to release things with ease, how to have talk to themselves and others with languaging, and how to get into their bodies and in touch with their bodies for a lot of flow, because the body flows too, and we flow in and out, and it's really beautiful when we're able to do so with a lot of openness.
I guess it and leads me to want to ask more questions about the workshop. Are you so part of it, I imagine, is group work, and then are you working individually on each person? Or like, is that like, is there some way that it's similar to the way you do sessions with people? Or, and if I'm going in a direction that doesn't make sense, just go ahead and change it up.
No, okay. So the flow workshop starts with both of us. There's actually a playbook and a workbook. There's two separate things that go on. So there's offerings that have everything Ash has to offer and introductions to what I have to offer. So after we go through that as a group, there's also breakout sessions. And depending on the size of the participants, her and I are able to work individually with people for a short amount of time. It is in a group setting. So whatever is required for that, we're willing to be that and do that. And then individually, of course, we each take separate clients.
Mhm. Well, at a fair, when you're at an in-person fair, how do you work with people? Again, do you work on them together sometimes or separately, or how that all happen?
This is our first one. So we're going to share a booth. And Ashley has something special she just created that she's offering, and then we'll get to what I'm offering.
Oh, so I've been studying a plethora of things. I kind of nerd girl, I will tell you truly. And as things interest me, I go deep into them. And so I'm also a shaman. So I'm combining the medicine wheel with the Celtic runes, the Agam tree, and the power animal for each person. So I talk about what is, you're addressing, what is going on with you, and all the strengths that you have to help you meet that, all of the challenges, mind, body, spirit, and emotions, questions you can ask yourself, and lots of insight to help you move forward with more ease. So it's a really great deep dive reading and a lot of fun. So it combines quite a lot of things. And at the end, I give them a mini pranic session to balance, align, and ground their energies very deeply.
Great.
So I am, like I said, a synergist. I'm going to bring my forks because I do the biosonic frequency. And I also, okay. So tuning forks, weighted tuners, and then We have other tuners. This one is the pineal gland tuner. So I have the solfeggio scale, a complete weighted organ set for all of our organs. So this literally tunes up the energy field and the body. It is great for relieving stress, inflammation, chronic pain, and moving emotional blockages out. The other thing that I'll be offering is a mini access bars session. So there's 32 points on the head, and when they are lightly touched, it can relieve anywhere that you have held on to things that are stopping you or blocking you. And it relieves the electromagnetic charge of thoughts, feelings, and emotions. So it clears that out. So it's like defragging a computer for your body. Okay. So, or deleting files off a computer to clear out space. Okay. So this works great for everything from PTSD, stress, anxiety, and something that I call social fatigue from the last few years. And it creates ease, just simply ease. So your whole life can change. The worst you're going to feel is like you had a good massage inside and out. So I'm going to be offering mini sessions. And depending on the person or time allotted, I may combine a little frequency so they can experience that along with a little bit of bars after. Choices.
Great.
Love them.
Great.
Yes, that's
And maybe can you give us a little bit of a glimpse of like, how did you each get started doing the work that you do?
So I started out a long time ago in a women's healing group, and was very drawn to crystals at first and then Reiki. And over the years, like I said, I've studied a lot of things. I'm a very deep diver. I call myself jokingly a clairol. I'm audio, visual, kinesthetic, clairaudience, all of it, empath, psychic medium. So family members, spirit guides, all of that comes. And I really kept going, and through sitting with things, I actually developed Pranic Reiki, which is connection to the Mother Earth and the goddess and divine source directly. And it helps with ancestral, karmic, and past life issues, as well as clearing the Kundalini chakra and prana systems. So it's kind of a giant, all-encompassing sort of modality to help you move forward better and better with more getting to know yourself very deeply, all the way from your ancestry to now. So it's pretty amazing and wonderful how much of a blessing it is. So very, very pleased and blessed to be able to offer it.
Great. Yeah. And then
I'm going to add to that. So both of us, we're like the cleaners. Okay. Ash said this the other day, and I'm like, you're right. So we work with the other being, energy, body, whatever it is, and we clean it out together with the client, with who's ever there. It's not us doing anything per se. It's the facilitation of it. So we're the cleaners. You want to get cleaned out? Come see Ash and Melodee. I mean, we do two different things, and they flow together and work together.
They really do.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
And it's fun. And, fun and laughter change things so much quicker than laughter and tears. Like, you can have instantaneous change. So it's getting there and have somebody who can just know and be in that energy and ask the questions to allow the energy to come up so it can get cleared out from any lifetime, this lifetime, and for all eternity. So, how does it get any better than that? And what else is possible? So my background, my background and how I got into this. Okay. So people come to me my entire life for whatever. They would get cut. They would have whatever. They've just come to me my whole life, like since I was little. So over the last decade, we'll just go back to there. I was a professional bartender for 28 years. So, not just liquor, not just food. I worked at a really high-end place. So I had all these clients that had all of these energetic things. People wouldn't just come to me to get a drink. So about a decade ago, I met Dr. Mary Helen Hensley. She is my mentor in frequency. She's an award-winning author. She is my direct mentor. She lives in Ireland. And one of my bar clients took me to a party, introduced me to this other woman who took me to a session on the Queen Mary in Long Beach. And that's how I met Dr. Mary Helen Hensley. So I had a session with her on the Queen Mary, a frequency session, and wild stuff happened. Her counsel showed up in my frequency session. It's like, what's going on here? Like, whoa, and 12 of them, right? My hair stands up even sharing this with you. So about 6 months later, she was back over from Ireland. I had another session. So this went on for a bit. I don't know how long later, maybe a year or two. I'm not quite sure. So I sent her a message and I said, I'm ready to share my gifts. Like something was just, I'm ready to share. I'm ready to learn frequency. I'm clear audio and I also can smell. I've kind of blocked off the visual thing because there's just way too much going on for me. So anyway, well, it's true. So I'd rather hear and I'd rather smell than like see it all. Anyway, and plus my birthday's on Halloween. Okay, so come on, like I'm real close to it all, right? Anyway, so long story short, the answer back from her though, when I was like, okay, I'm ready to learn. Like I'm ready to know this. I'm ready to share. She sends back, we've all been waiting. What? We've all been waiting. I had to choose it. The bottom line is she couldn't tell me. Nobody else could tell me. I had to know it. I had to receive it and I had to choose it. And so that began the journey. And then about 5 years ago now, I met a gal named Milan Aldrich and she's phenomenal. She came into the bar with one of my friends, also the restaurant and bar I worked at. And we started swapping frequency for access bars. And then that's how I got into access bars and body process, being a body process practitioner. So it was just an addition onto that. So there you have it. The long, fun, short, interesting story. All wrapped around a steakhouse and a bar.
It's great. It's great. We all have such unique journeys. It's so fun. And your playful expression totally makes sense with that. And the connection of the two of you together is lovely. The ways that you're similar and different. And yeah, your collaboration is so sweet.
Yeah. Thanks. That's why we're about flow, baby.
Yeah. Well, if people want to learn
Yeah.
more about each of you, where do they go?
Good.
The Sacred Journeys with Ash.com, and that's all spelled out. The BITH is spelled out.
Sacred Journeys with
spell it.
Ash.com. Okay. Yeah.
SAERNEYSWITHASH.com.
Okay.
And you can find session information on me, although I would prefer that you call me to actually book. All of my info and all of my reviews are up on a site called Heal Me. So it's heal.me. I guess it's / Melodee Vaughn, and it's lowercase. So I'll spell it out. It's HEAL.ME / and then lowercase MELODEEVON. And that's how you find me.
Great. And if you want, you're welcome to share your phone number. You don't have to. It's up to you.
Oh, I'd be happy to. That I have no problem with that. Yeah, if you'd like to call me directly, okay, it's an LA number, so don't freak out. I'm in Newburgh. Okay, so 310-863-9606.
Great.
And it's Melodee Vaughn.
And you both work with people online as well as in person, and in person is particularly fun. Yeah?
I tend to be, just due to the nature of how this works, I tend to be more live. I can do frequency and a verbal session virtually. It's good. It's not as fabulous as in person. I'm just sharing that. And I'm happy to take anyone, especially I have a couple people across the country and they don't have anyone like me that they can get to. It works great for them. So try it out. I'm open to whatever anybody requires. It's just super dynamic in person. That's all.
It's great. And so people that might not recognize the smaller cities, you're in the Portland, Oregon area.
Yeah.
Great. Anything else you all want to share before we close up?
Sure, I'll share my number too. My number is 503-330-4264. And they're welcome to schedule an in-person or Zoom session because it works just the same.
So come and find us at Lorelei's MeWe Fair on March 25th. I don't know what booth we'll be in. We're going to be together, although separate. Together, it's separate. And we're also having a flow workshop out here at Magical Ladybug Haven in Newburgh on April 1st. So any information on that, you can either call myself or Ash, again, 310-863-9606. It's a 2-hour workshop. You do good work in playbooks. We talk about how language creates, we talk about energy, frequency, and whatever else is required within the group. So go ahead, share what it is. Go, girl, go.
We talk also about the body and practices to help you in your body for way more optimal flow and well-being all around. It's amazing and so much fun.
Great, great. So that's March 25 and April 1, 2023. And hopefully you have a great time and you're back for more and more.
Awesome.
Awesome. Thank you.
You are welcome. And all of you listening and watching, you can find out more about all of our events and practitioners and vendors at MeWeFairs.com. See you soon.